cultivated all the uncomfortable moments from the childhood to till today. That is the reason human beings height is also reducing, the power is also reducing, because brain is living with lots of confusions. It is not using its own power.
I was shocked to know that the human fingerprints are formed between the 17th and the 24th week of gestation.
Exactly.
In the womb, and it remains unchanged through the journey of life.
Everybody speaks about something called as external world. Please don't focus on the external world. You are the world. Start believing it. What internally?
Look internally.
Look internally. When you change your perception, everything gets changed. But you don't know in which perception you are living with. So in this fingerprint analysis, we tell you that by analyzing this 5 thinking, we will tell you that what kind of perceiver you are. The world is same for everybody, right? How I am perceiving it, it is based on my brain.
I got my fingerprint analysis done, and here is the report, and I was surprised to see how my left and right brain functions, and it can also read my favorite hobbies as per my personality trait. What actually struck a chord with me was here. Riches on our fingers, they're basically not random. They say that's the silent language of the brain. We have 10 fingers. We have so many prints that we don't understand. How do we connect that to life? How do we understand these fingerprints? Some thought-provoking questions like, if fingerprints never change, does it mean that our brain wire can never be changed? Question number 1. Can understanding our fingerprints prevent the trial and errors in life? That's the question number 2. And most importantly, if at all, if fingerprints are a map of the brain, how do we understand it? Or is it also the map of the soul? These are all the questions that kind of keeps us curious to understand these modalities through which we can enjoy the journey of life or probably achieve things that we would want in life. Today in Just Curious, it's time to welcome Dr. Muruli, who is, of course, fingerprint analyst and who is also the person behind the organization Unique Truth, where we try to understand every individual's unique truth through fingerprints. So firstly, Dr. Muruli, what's up? How are we? And here you are on Just Curious India for the second time. Firstly, welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for this lovely opportunity in Just Curious.
Pleasure is always mine. So we have these multiple, modalities through which people want to understand the secrets of life. Now, talking about fingerprints, these are something that we are born with.
Exactly.
The research goes, I was shocked to know that, the human fingerprints are formed between the 17th and the 24th week of gestation.
Exactly.
In the womb, and it remains unchanged through the journey of life. Now with this understanding, we are all very curious to understand what's the connection between fingerprints and your brain map, and how do we understand the bridge?
Basically, madam, this is one of the signs which is evolved, existed when we are before get the birth.
Mm-hmm.
There are many other sciences which can tell about a person after the birth. There are many sciences. According to my awareness, this is the only science which can reveal all of your traits, what you got inside the womb itself.
So this is the only modality
Yes.
wherein we can understand the personality traits even before you're born, that is in the womb itself.
Exactly. So that is what from the 3-month onwards, the brain as well as the fingerprints get forms in the mother womb. So that is the reason in Hindu culture, when the girl or a lady get pregnant, from that day onwards, the environment will be very healthier for her and creating a very right situations to her so that she can think very positively and she can be very happy in her life, so that baby develops very positively with all the healthy traits.
So you're saying the minute a woman conceives, after the third month,
Yes,
the next 6 months are extremely crucial in terms of how it's going to affect the growth of a child emotionally, and it can also impact the fingerprints formation and all of that.
exactly. So when you see the fingerprint shapes, it looks like a waves. Your
Which is
fingerprints are having the frequencies. So what mother experiences in the womb, everything has its own energy. So how she felt something, how she experienced something, what was the intensity of experience something, based on that the fingerprint shape get formed.
so. If you can break this down for us, let's say a woman in her first trimester,
Yes.
uh, probably we'll take two examples.
Yeah.
A woman who is now in a very calm environment, very happy environment,
Yes.
versus a pregnancy which is happening between stress, discomfort, trauma, family pressures, and all of that. So, can you help us understand how the journey of both the woman's pregnancies are going to affect the growth of the child?
It's a very beautiful question. Firstly, uh, you have told there are two dimensions of the environment.
Mm-hmm.
There is
Outside
another
environment.
dimension of the lady of herself. She has her own dimensions to understand and perceive things. Nobody knows these dimensions.
So,
That
one
is,
is the outside environment,
yes,
other environment is what she makes out of the environment and what she passes it down.
exactly. That is something very, very important. So, till today, science is saying that, and experts are saying that when you experience something trauma in your childhood and you have lots of pains, unhappy moments, people are not supporting you, you are very sad at time of your pregnancy, the child is really healthy. Why? Because that mother was really very calm in her mindset. She had such a level of maturity in understanding the environment, and she was perceived everything as something happening good.
So she didn't take the stress and she didn't make bad out of it and
Exactly.
she didn't let that in, sink
Exactly.
in.
Let me give you a small example, okay? When the first baby is happening or the second baby is happening, the mother thought was very clear and the father thought was very clear to have a baby. But when they are having the first baby, sometimes the husband is completely okay. The mother was not at all ready.
Mm-hmm.
Then mother get a second thoughts, dual thought, how I can handle my pregnancy. The people are not around me in a very positive way. How the child will grow. This is where that mother start overthinking about the life itself, which has never happened. That is where the assumptions get start forming in that particular period itself. That is the reason the first thought of the upcoming world who are becoming a great parenthood, basically they need to understand we should be with the same frequency.
Both the parents.
Both the parents, husband as well as the wife, they should be ready to take the baby wholeheartedly. But sometimes what happens, one person is not ready but they never express it. But the opposite person feels that he is ready, but he also assumes that my wife is also ready. But here the problems start occurring inside the pregnancy itself. The child is start facing the problem inside the womb. That is the reason most of the children are really struggling once they get the birth.
How do they struggle? What are the symptoms once they
Though
start growing up?
basically in this present era, madam, there are few children called as ADST, autism. Children are not speaking, the speech delay, there are lots of health issues. Why it is happening? One of the parent was very, very unhappy in the mode of in the complete 9 months of pregnancy. This is something very, very important. It's a common understanding for the life, madam. When you are happy, everything happens very beautiful in your life.
So if the parents, let's say there's friction, like I can so connect to this because I guess my mom didn't have a very good pregnancy.
Hmm.
I mean, she must have gone through a very abusive husband, lot of trauma and all of that. So how is the environment and the way she would have pursued it
Exactly.
affected the the child's mentality and
Life.
all of that? In this
Child
case, it's
life, we
me.
can say.
Yeah.
Even my mother also had a very bad pregnancy, I can say, because when she come to our house, our entire family got separated. So we were as a unity, as a one family, joint family. When she became a conceived, the entire family became separate. My mother had a very bad childhood in her life. So when she was 4 year and 5 year, both the parents she lost it. So that she never lived the life with the parents. With the lack of love in her entire life, she got the pregnancy, and again the new family where she had come, and here also the messing things are happening. She was in a very different level of pressure, stress, all these things. But she used to always pray for the God and the Guru. My son should be very good. My baby should be very good. He has to achieve something like a Vivekananda, Mahatma Gandhiji. This was her thought all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Even I also struggled a lot in my childhood, but I got connected what she was expected in her life. Few mothers think something positive even in the tough time.
Right.
Few brains cannot think positively in the tough time.
It'll just pass down whatever is happening.
Exactly.
So what happens in case A? Let's say a mother's environment and the way she pursues it
Yes.
is not affecting her to directly pass it down, and she's positively thinking and passing it down.
Yes.
So what are the characteristics or the traits that the baby will get in
Yes.
case A,
Yes.
and what happens in case B?
So basically, madam, according to the creation, what I have observed, whatever the situation we face it, still the baby come out with all the best traits. This is the one phase of the life in the pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
The 9 months what we have experienced in the mother womb, it is one phase of the life. So God gives a second chance to the mother as well as the family as well as to the child. If mother experience something, evolved to the next level, and she's tried to change the environment what she was in the pregnancy, then everything will be go very naturally. Any child who get a birth now, they get with all the best out of best value system and born enough traits. But the mother was suffering as a pain, trauma, whatever it is in the pregnancy, it is still happening when the child is below 3 years.
So you're saying during the pregnancy, whatever the trauma she's faced, whatever has been passed on through fingerprints is one part of it, and once the kid is born, first few years, 3 to 6 years is
3
where
to 5 years.
there also things can change
Exactly.
through the external environment is what you're saying.
Exactly. Because when the child get a birth now, it's a unique software. It's a unique software. And the same time when mother, father, everybody evolve to the next level, realize something about the life, and they start feeling something about their life very positively and experiencing only good things, having only good rituals on a day-to-day basis. So child will start cultivating all those things in the 3 years itself. That is the reason in brain science we say that in the below 3 years our brain get formed with 80% of the memories. The software was something else, but the child got a very beautiful environment. That is again go to the unconscious mind.
So it can rewire it.
Rewire it so easier, so faster. With every incident, every words can rewire the software what the child got it as inbuilt nature.
In the womb.
Exactly. But what happens here? Most of the parents never realize it. They go with the same pain. Child is getting the same kind of environment. The mother-in-law was not treating very well. There was some siblings, they never come and treated me with a sister as a best sister. They never spent some quality time. All these things go as again a wrong way to the child brain in the 3 years before.
So here, what would be the word of advice for women going through pregnancy during that pregnancy tenure? Things that they can cultivate as an habit so that, they give a good pool of traits to the unborn.
But basically, if you are the person who have heard many sciences and the many people, everybody speaks about something called as external world. Please don't focus on the external world. You are the world. Start believing it.
You mean
What
internally? Look internally.
Look internally. How to look internally? We don't know. Because from the childhood till today, we have observed everything with the external world and we are living the life what the world has told to me. So this is where unique truth comes in the picture. Before the pregnancy, you can know what you are, how exactly you are thinking, how exactly you are feeling, how exactly you are behaving when the situations are different. When you know yourself, you will start evolving to the next level. When you yourself feel that I am evolving, I am being good, I am thinking good, I am feeling good, so then everything fall in place very naturally. But as we got to know till today, we will try to change and understand the external world itself. It is very difficult. You cannot change it. So this is where we tell to the pregnant woman, start understanding yourself.
How to do that?
This is where when we do the fingerprint analysis to that particular woman, we tell that how exactly you think. There are 5 thinkers in the world. Are you a self thinker? Are you an emotional thinker? Are you a reflective thinker? Are you a unique thinker? Or are you a cautious thinker? Every thinker thinks in a different way.
Okay,
Until
now,
unless understand my own self thinking, how I am thinking basically. So when I take my own example, I have self thinking as well as emotional thinking. I have only 2 thinking. My mother has another thinking which is called as reflective thinking. I don't have that thinking today.
so before we go further,
Yeah.
could you please help us understand the characteristics of these kind of thinkers? First is
Okay.
self.
Self thinker. Basically, self thinker never get influenced by any kind of input and the experiences from the outside world. They always go with their own thought process. Is this really good for them only? Yes, it is 100% good for them, because their brain able to catch everything like this with all the righteous traits. That brain able to assess, analyze everything so instant, and it come to the conclusion, this is good and this is bad. Should I take it in or not? It will able to conclude like that. In common, the new trend words, and the specialist use the words as cognitive thinking. The cognitive thinking is nothing but self thinking. When mother is getting to that kind of mode of taking things, filtering things, what I want, what I don't want, that process itself is a self thinking process. If mother is having that, studying about many materials, reading books, doing prayers, vagera vagera, all these things are really not required, because the brain is already having the trait to do things. Self thinkers perceive everything righteously for the betterment for their life. They never get distracted by the outside world, but they always get distracted with only one place where people communicating with them with a disrespecting way. In Kannada, oge, bare, ogo, that kind of words. Talking something in a singular way.
Without
Using
without respect. Yeah.
without respect. That is the only place they get disturbed. If the people in and around in the family get to know that what is that mother's thinking pattern is, they start giving that environment. Elders usually talk with the singular. No, we should not. Every brain has greatest value in their life. We should value them. The way they are expecting, let's give it. If they are not expecting something, don't give it, because they don't want it.
It's like you go to a restaurant, you order what you want. Right?
100%, that is the self thinkers. They don't care about what my daughter wants, what my child wants, what my spouse needs. They don't think about others. They think about what I want.
No wonder they're called self thinkers.
Exactly. They are assumed that they are in the myth called everybody are self thinkers in and around. That is a myth. That's the reason the person who has high level self thinking, they cannot give a happiness for everybody in and around, because they are assuming everybody are self thinkers. No, everybody are not self thinkers. That's the reason others are struggling in their life. Let me talk about those thinkers and you will be able to get a proper clarity about it.
Sure. So first is self thinker. So
Yes.
basically, what kind of a thinker am I is something that how will I get to know is through your fingerprint.
Through fingerprints, there is no other methods to find out how exactly you think. If I give you some questionnaires and we call it as psychometric test, you will be able to answer what you are aware of. You really never get to know that what is your inherent quality was, because that would be influenced by the external world and you become like that kind of thinker, which is not the actual version of yourself.
It's not what you're born with.
Exactly. So in Kannada there is a statement, Utru Gunas Utru Hogalla. The quality which you born with, even though we burn it, it never goes. We cannot burn it. That is a main thought. That is the only reason in Unique Truth we tell that you live as a original version of yours.
So Unique Truth is all about bringing that the quality, the traits of yours that you're born with to
Yes.
light, so that through that, it's like putting that on the GPS mode, then journey of life becomes so easy.
Very easier. You need not to put any efforts. Whatever you born to get it, whatever you really deserve it. In Kannada, yogyate harhate. That means you deserve it. You are eligible to get it. You will naturally get it. You will never struggle. You will never suffer. But most of the legends said that hard work only can make a person win. Failures are the stepping stones for success. They have practiced the wrong ways. That is the reason they felt like that over a period.
So what you're saying is these are all the theories or the quotes that the world lives by. So that has been blindly accepted, universally
Exactly.
accepted by everybody, saying, okay, only if I do hard work is when I can succeed.
Exactly.
So these are not the truths that everybody should agree or give in to.
Yes.
Every individual is unique, and why don't you rely on your own
Exactly.
uniqueness? And to bring that out is through your fingerprint analysis.
100%.
And knowing your traits, again, 5 types of thinkers is a fundamental level, out of which first we have covered the self-thinker. Now the second type of a thinker would be the emotional thinker.
Emotional thinkers.
Who are these?
Emotional thinkers always value for the relationship to the greater extent. It doesn't mean that other thinkers are never give a value for the relationship. These people on a higher side, I can say, if they want to make some decisions, they always go with the help of taking the opinions of others. If they are not taking the opinion of others, they never make any decisions. So I want to do this, shall I do this or not? I want to go to washroom, shall I go this? I am going to washroom. They just intimate everything and get the information from others. Am I doing right or wrong? They get that conclusion through others itself. They never make a decisions by themselves because they value the people to that extent.
They're always putting them, others first.
Exactly. Always. My emotional thing is 70%. I consider people opinion. But nowadays I'm grown up. I just intimate them, inform them, but still I do whatever I want to do. I feel what is something great and the best, I go with that. But in the early period, no, we will never be able to judge anything or understand anything in a very certain best ways. That is the reason these people go and ask the opinion of their loved ones. But in the process, how world treats them is, this person is a dependent thinker. The parents or the loved ones always carry that image about the emotional thinkers. That is where emotional thinkers always get upset because of the world treats me like this. I am also a self thinker. I can also make decisions by my own, but I am asking you the opinion to make you happy and make you people comfort. That is the reason I am asking you the opinion, or else I can make it myself. Because every time when you are putting some efforts and you become good in this, expert in it, then naturally that data will turn into self thinking, because you learned something, no? That is the reason sometimes you don't want to ask, but still you ask because you have developed such patterns from the childhood. So this is where world perceive you. You are not a independent thinker, you are always a dependent thinker. When the big legends or great celebrities today, they all are self thinkers. Nobody told you become a cinema artist, or you should be a player, or you should not be a singer, whatever it is. They became by themselves because they all are self thinkers. But they cannot understand the next generation in their life, what kind of thinkers they are. Hey, I have grown up in my life with my own decisions, man. My child will also grow in such a way. No, it doesn't work like that. Your child requires some of the guidelines. What works for me? Kindly tell me that. I can go into that. Then the next generation also grow in a very healthy environment, and they also can achieve something big. But this is all the myths. This is also we call as blind spot. The parents never come to know about the children. The spouse never get to know about another spouse.
Because I think these are all the new age reports or understanding humans. Like how today we have blood report to understand the pathology and what all diseases
Yes.
that can land us
Yes.
further. This is like understanding your innate personality traits. If this probably was exposed, initially itself, I think things would have been better. But today, I think we always have some modalities only, like which star you're born in, which month you're born in, basis which people kind of think that there could be some personality traits.
Exactly. I really respect all the sciences and what is the information you are getting it. So something, something is better than nothing, basically. At least some other modalities we get to know that, hey, what is my nature is. But that is not the ultimate. That is not the truth. What you born as with your own qualities, that is actual truth.
So this is a science proven.
It's a science proven, madam. See, it was there in the Nalanda universities also. So people used to study this. They used to find out what are they are good at. But after that,
like for example,
by looking at the fingertips.
Like
Shankha, Chakra, last time we have seen, no?
We have the ridges, right?
Exactly.
One is in the way, one is in the shape of a chakra, and the other one is?
This is arch, loop and the whole family. There are 3 families. There are majorly 3 families, but behind these 3 families, there are 24 families.
Arch, whirl and?
The loop.
Loop is a round chakra.
No, loop is kind of Shankha. It is like a wave you can see like this. That is a loop.
Okay.
Chakra means, or the whole means, it is something
Whirl
like a
is
circle.
right. Arch?
Arch is something, there is no waves. It is simply like as something. You are not having it. So there are few people are having it. We call them as they are creators.
Most common is usually the loop and
the loop is
whirl.
Most common in the world. That whole family and the arch family is very less in the population. That arch is though very less in the population. Like they are creators. They are very less in the population. They want to become very famous, but people don't make them famous because there are many other loopholes in them. That is the reason they cannot become something great personality. They need a continuous support system from the people and around. Then they can become great personality. But in India, parenting thing, what happens? People can support the child till the 3 years, 6 years, or maximum till the 9th year. After that, parents think that child should be independent thinker. Then these arts people cannot grow very big. They struggle a lot in their life. So even Brahma had this nature. There's a creator had this kind of arch family. That is the reason we are not doing puja for the Brahma. We never seen him. In some stories we heard about him. Today we know only Vishnu, Krishna or the Shiva. In other gods like Ganapati, Lakshmi, Saraswati, all these things. Brahma, we never seen it. Have you ever did a puja to him?
Hardly. I think there's only one temple in India, up north, I guess, somewhere.
But that is where we need to understand this. These arts people can do something wonders. What others cannot think. What others cannot create. They can create it. But without the emotional support, they cannot make something very bigger things. This is where we will be able to understand the detailed things. It varies for every person, ma'am.
So can you give us a holistic understanding as to what are the common personality traits of somebody who has a lot of loops?
So this is where the person who have more loops, that person is an emotional thinker. So this is where when we analyze all the 3 major shapes of the fingerprints or the patterns of the fingerprints, we put it into the 5 thinkings.
Got it. So the arch.
Yeah, arch
category.
people are basically highly sensible people. If you have heard about intuition, that works only for these people. It doesn't work for anybody. If you are training somebody to develop some intuitions and all these things, that is for till the training program. It is my understanding about the life. For the people who have a reflective thinking, they are highly intuitive. What is going to happen, they can see today. That's the reason most of the creative people in the world, they can write something which is going to happen in the future. That is the ability of the reflective thinkers. But it has to be nurtured in a very healthy way. But how to nurture these people, any communication you do with those reflective thinkers, it should be one-on-one. You cannot educate them in front of third person. You cannot correct them in front of third person because they are highly sensible. They get into very sensitive mode of thinking. People don't respect me. People don't like me. People don't love me. Oh my God. They'll be always a worry mode. They never be happy in their life. That is the reason these reflective thinkers most of the time are overthinkers. Until unless somebody comes in their life and always taking care of their feelings and emotions and what is the help they really need for, they cannot grow to the next level. They suffer, 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 suffer. This is where I suggest to the people, don't assume things what you have things in your life.
Because every individual is different.
Yes, every individual is different. That is the reason nowadays the conflicts between the relationships are happening at a very higher range.
Because like how five fingers are
Yeah,
not
the way
same.
how you think I cannot think, no? And how I think you never get to know how I am thinking. But we are communicating with some of the words. That's it.
Then how to coexist?
Understanding each other. But it is all happens with some of the environment based also. No? That is what it varies. The waves varies. If you're in a very happy state of mind, you will be just emotional thinker. Everything will be taken care of the nature. That is what they think. How the pregnancy was, how the parenting was in the below 5 years, 6 years, it everything varies. The thought process gets changed. But there is a beautiful secret, ma'am. How exactly you born with, that is your unconscious mind. Whatever you experience in your life, that is going to become your subconscious. Based on your unconscious only, you are going to attract the environment in the life. Based on your unconscious mind data, memories, you are going to behave right this point of time. That is called as conscious mind. When you want to correct something, address something, go to the unconscious. That is through fingerprint analysis, your inborn traits, and then start correcting the things what you have experienced in your life. Everything is possible. You can rewire your brain. Nowadays people use that. You can rewire your brain. Until you understand your original natures, rewiring become very tough.
What will you rewire to?
That is where you cannot get to know exactly how to rewire what you were. If you born enough as the best, why do you want to rewire yourself? But you got confused with other thinkers, how they are living their life.
So it's like metaphorically, let's say I'm an iPhone.
Hmm.
I'm born with an iOS software.
Exactly.
But let's assume probably the outside world is saying today, latest software is Android ka kuch software hai.
Mm-hmm.
So randomly we will be applying Android and trying to operate an Apple phone which already has an iOS
Yes.
in it.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
This is what has been happening, is what you
It's the whole world. People has to taken it in a very serious way. The whole world. If I ask 100 people, 1000 people, can you be happy all the time in your life? People say no. Why? Because they are not the actual version of themselves. When you born as a baby, the first day, the whole world was happy. Because it has seen a new version to the world itself. Have you ever felt that in your life that, hey, I am the only version in the world, unique version? There are no versions like me in the world. Have you ever felt it? You cannot feel it because the whole world is trying to make the same version as they are with you.
Who's actually doing it? Is the world doing it, or are we doing it? Are we bringing it on our own selves? Is the question.
Madam, basically, the first world is our parents, ma'am. Papa, mama. Then our close family members. Then the teachers and the environment. That is the reason both papa, mama must be aware of it. If the world is not aware of it, still okay. When both papa, mama is really aware of what is uniqueness, how brain functions, then they both can create such environment to the child so that child will never get influenced with the outside world.
So basically then you'll put the right key and the door
Easily opens.
Otherwise you'll be putting all the wrong keys and then now you're asking the door is not right, or you're
And the
basically
key is
saying,
not good. My time is not good. My fate is like this. My parents are, giving me such an environment. I never be able to make something very easily. This is what we always blame outside world. So today, if things are not working, I'm only responsible for that.
So that's the thinking, unique truth, fingerprint analysis
Realize to every individual.
will make us realize, okay.
Really. So we usually consult people with one-on-one conversations, sometimes with the family conversations. After that one-on-one conversations or the counseling sessions, they connect us personally also over the call or the message. When they are facing some lots of difficulties in their life, they call and talk to us, and we give them a clarity. From the childhood till today, the world was right only. However you see it, it was right only. Your perception was wrong. That is the reason in psychology we say that when you change your perception, everything gets changed. But you don't know in which perception you are living with. So in this fingerprint analysis, we tell you that by analyzing this 5 thinking, we will tell you that what kind of perceiver you are. The world is same for everybody, right? How I am perceiving it, it is based on my brain.
Like कौन सा नजरिया से हम उसको देख रहे हैं type.
Exactly. If you are a reflective thinker, if I am talking about somebody who is really good, I am talking about their dress that is really looking good for her, you get jealous, you get bad, and you think ulta, oh, my dress is not so good looking. This is what Muruli is communicating. This is how the reflective thinker think. You don't have that thinking. They think like that. That is the reason we cannot understand how the person is perceiving things. When you know that, hey, this person has a reflective. In front of the reflective person, I cannot appreciate somebody. I cannot praise somebody. If I want to praise them, it is something really required. Praise the first and the best quality or the good quality of that reflective thinker. Then you talk about somebody. Then they accept. Or else for the whole day is khatam by misunderstanding that, oh, Rashmi never addressed my whatever. I have weared it looking good.
So much of...
You don't have this thinking. That's the reason you cannot sense it and feel it, because you cannot feel it.
You would have seen these kind of people around us, and at times we will kind of make fun of them.
Exactly.
How is she so insecure?
Yes.
I never said it. How can she think like that?
Yes.
So all the frictions can be avoided. So I think we were
100%.
basically going through the type of thinkers.
Yes.
We went through self-thinker, emotional. Now you're talking about reflective.
Reflective. These reflective thinkers are highly sensitive people. They can sense your feelings. What are you feeling inside? Are you feeling angry? Are you feeling bad? Are you feeling uncomfortable with the situation? Everything they can sense, and they can create you and give you the very comfort environment for you to feel comfortable. That is what their sensibility and the maturity, we can say it. But people cannot understand it, because they are always kind, compassionate, sensible. People always laugh at them. You are not so strong. You are emotionally weak. You always cry. This is what we tag them. This is where we should treat them ulta. In a healthy way, we should communicate something with one-on-one. Anything. People don't have patience now to communicate one-on-one. We tell the way we know, you have to change. Before I come, you should be changed. You cannot cry in front of me. Hey man, I don't know how to stop crying. Hey man, I don't know how to become strong inside. Even I need a support. Kindly understand. But nobody understands. Nobody understands means the other thinkers cannot understand. This is where the reflective thinkers are highly sensible. These people will have a high level of intuitions. They get both positive as well as negative. If they are getting negative, we will get to know that. We will educate them in a different way, and we give some techniques and methods. Never get the negative thoughts in their brain itself. We have to stop from there itself. Without doing meditation, without doing yoga.
Without practicing. Also the kind of people who might kind of get into the ideas of suicide and all of that.
We cannot say that, because every thinker is so powerful thinkers in our research. But how the environment they are getting it, where they are failing to understand themselves, and world is also not supporting me, then anything can happen. That is the reason you cannot influence with the you cannot influenced by the outside world. You should be as you are. Then you never get tensed in your life. You never worry about something else. You never feel fearful in your life. You never feel anxiety also, no? When you are actual version of yours. You can climb for 5 steps. It is okay for you. There are people who climb 10 steps, 15 steps. That is their nature. That is their capacity. Why do you want to compare yourself to others? But you are comparing yourself. Because people are thinking and expecting something that, hey, you can also fly like a bird. You are a fish, but the world is expecting to fly like a bird. It never going to happen. But you are thinking inside that mostly I can fly, I cannot flying. Because mostly I have not the power to fly it. So I am weak. No, the nature of yours is a fish, you cannot fly. It's a truth. You can jump inside the sea or the ocean or in any pond. You can just jump and you can just fall down in the same water. But you are not the bird. Kindly understand. But people who are never understood their thinking process, no, they expect wrong with the people. When they understand this is what my capabilities, this is what I am good at, this is not so good at, I can evolve in it. And unless they get that kind of realization, they always expect the outside world to become what I am expecting. It never going to happen. This is the reason the whole world is not happy. Or the whole world is not peaceful. If you are doing a meditation, if you are doing yoga from morning 1 hour continuously, when your environment is not supporting you, you get pissed off. How much matured you are, how many years you are following it. So Buddha could not manage all these things. That is the reason he went out from the house and he sat beside and under the tree and he did all these practices. People naturally get triggered because your unconscious mind has its own software. It has its own program. When you are getting the opposite environment, then it is get triggered. So people never change. Let me change my place. No, we cannot change the place. We should make people understand what am I, what I want.
Accordingly, change.
Yes, everything naturally gets changed. No, when you know what Muruli is expecting, you will really give. The same way, what you like it, I can give it to you. This is what the actual relationship, right? But I'm expecting something wrong from you. You're expecting wrong something from me. How things are going to happen in life? You'll be end up with only the conflicts. No peace. This peace and happiness is not existed outside. People naturally tell it. It is inside. You have to feel it with your own true nature, what it is exactly. Then things. People tell, hey, you should be very confident, man. Hey, you should be always happy, man. Telling is easy for everybody, madam. But they itself are not happy, peaceful inside. But in the stages, they can tell that. As an adults, we tell it. How to become confident. How to become happy all the time. Nobody tells. And it is, this philosophy is going to, and the lectures are really going to vary for every brain, no? Because their perceptions are different. So we should understand that. If I am asking you to become confident in your life, I should know how you think. Then I should change my way of approaching towards you. Then you will become confident and happy.
So this is like one size doesn't fit all. So that is how we should be looking at one brain. It's not like one brain and one software that everybody is operating. Though the biological brain is there, every brain's wiring, the perception and the innate nature is all different, and know it and operate it.
Yes, that is the reason the most of the people who come to us, not most of the people, everybody I can say, everybody are taking the life as it is. It is not just simply accept the life and the world however it is. No, they are accepting everything with all the conscious true knowledge. That is the reason they are having a peace inside. The books tells you, accept the world as it is. Your brain needs proof to accept, no? Why Muruli is screaming? Why Muruli is beaten to somebody? You must understand what was the intention behind it. What was the mindset he was in? What kind of thinker he was? Then you will become to the calm mindset to accept Muruli completely. Or else, Muruli would not be punished to somebody, man. He's in a position as a teacher and a mentor. He should not beat somebody. He should not scold somebody. You're already having that thought inside. But to the sake of acceptance, you are accepting it, but you don't know the actual reason why Muruli got triggered. When you accept that, when you understand and then accepting makes sense, you will never live with some kind of the unanswered questions.
Amazing. So who are these unique thinkers?
Unique thinkers always think out of the box. They are very different than other four of these thinkers. Basically, these unique thinkers love to take risk in the life. They never compromise the life to live a standard lifestyle. These are the people always want to work without somebody's under. They want to do something by themselves. Because these people naturally get triggered when somebody gives some commands, orders, all these things. Even though the father is giving like that, the spouse is like that, they cannot take it.
They can't take a command.
Yes, that is the reason we suggest they need not to work under somebody. They really don't like to work under somebody. And these people having the greater level of thinking that what people say no, they love to do it.
As in, what people say?
No, you cannot do this. They
When
love to do
people
it.
say don't do it, they want to challenge it and they want to take it up.
Yes.
Okay.
When people say no, they say yes. When people say yes, they say no.
Why are they like that?
They are unique thinkers. They want to always make things some complicated. That is what their brain nature itself is.
So what adds to this kind of a nature?
Basically, they want to be always be a different. That is what the thinker is itself. That is the reason. If they go with the flow, if they go with the trend, they don't like it. They want to create the trend.
So what are the reasons a child can be born this way? Like during pregnancy, what will a mother go through if a child has to be a unique thinker?
Basically, mother would be the thinker like that.
To do something hatke, to do something unique.
Yes.
So if the mother thinks like that, the same thing
It can come to the child also. Or else, the mother had gone to some of the different situations which other mothers would not be experienced it. Mostly the big shocks, somebody expired, somebody...
some trauma, some situation.
something which has happened in the pregnancy period.
Shock.
So then child can get into that kind of mode of thinking. So parents must be aware of it, how to deal with this child. And these kind of children or any individual have a greater level of attachment with the family members. Okay, greater level of attachment means I can say, according to my awareness and understanding, people who have the love with the people, 100%, it is love. There is love and affection, 100% means it is love. When it is crashing 101% till to the 200%, that is not the love, that is an attachment. So here, unknowingly, these unique thinkers will have an attachment with the family members. That is the reason if any family members treat them something as less, you're not so good at this, you cannot do this, you do this much alone. If they're conveying such kind of words to them, they go rebel like anything. Then we cannot see that greater level of bonding between the people. It go rebel. They'll start hurting people. They start screaming at people. Anything can happen to that extent. But these people are the symbol of something, the healthy relationships. They can go to any extent of to have a good relationship.
It could be with family, it could be with lovers, it could be with
friends. Everywhere it works. So, but the way they are connecting to the people or to the loved ones, the opposite person might be feel something, oh, I am receiving lots of love, I am unable to bear it with. That is what the opposite person feel it. But
they
that
might
unique
feel toxic, or they might feel claustrophobic.
Exactly. But these people think that, hey, he is my husband, hey, he is my daughter, she, he is my son, she is my daughter, he is my closest friend. They go in that angle. They never think that I am having something, a deeper bonding with that person. They never get realized.
So it's a possessiveness which can come across in a very different way. Possessiveness and
The
attachment.
world look at like this. We cannot say it's a possessiveness. That is their nature itself.
Mm.
So people and the people who are the authors, expertise, they have seen such natures and they given these names for it. That is the nature of that thinker. That is unique thinker.
So the last one is now the
Cautious thinker. These cautious thinkers are having a higher level of consistency and persistence in their life. The people who have thought about consistency and persistence by looking at these kind of thinkers in the world. If you're simply telling to any person that you have not done things, you're not so consistent, you have taken these kind of programs, you never completed it. It may be gym, it may be music, it may be drawing, painting, any classes you have taken it, but you never completed it. Because the brain itself is not having such a level of consistency and persistence in the brain itself. So that I'm going to cover up one topic after this so that you'll be able to understand that why that person cannot be developed the consistency in the life, why that person cannot have the persistence in the life. That is the reason that person will fail in the life.
So basically you're saying somebody who's a cautious thinker will not be persistent in anything that they do, and
They
will-
have it. That is their inherited. They are highly consistent. They are highly persistence level is also very high with that people. Once they made their mind, even independently they are performing towards to get something, they'll get it.
Okay.
So that is the power they are having it. In this process, they don't like to take anybody's help. They want to do things by themselves. For example, Thomas Alva Edison has failed 1,000 times to find out the bulb, but still he found it. We are aware of it. Why he could do it? Why sometimes we fail it for, leave it things for 3 times of effort, 4 times of effort? Because normal brains will not having such kind of things. Even according to my analysis and the research, the maximum, the players who are into sports, they are also having this kind of thinking process.
Cautious thinker.
Cautious thinkers. That is the reason once they made their mind, they never stop it. Until unless get the things done, their brain will not allow them to keep quiet. It will always push us. It is always push us. So that they make it. But when we are seeing such kind of thinker in the market or in our family circle, we'll start comparing other children to that particular person.
As in? Example?
See, he will complete everything on time. He will be very responsible on everything. He will not take someone's help and they will complete the task very easily. You are not like that. You are not so serious. So, parents must be aware of it toward the children. At the same time, if the spouse, I can say that wife is not having this kind of quality, husband is having as the cautious thinking. When she is failing many times to do something on the longer run, she assumes that, oh, my husband also struggle like this. He'll also not complete the things. Then she'll start thinking in a panic level. So that she always, create some of the mess in the process of making things, and that person also get distracted. You believe in me, I will do it. Why don't you believe in me? So it can happen to parent as well as the children as well as the couple also. So like this, every brain thinks and perceive things in a inborn, inherent brain pattern. If we don't know this, we will always be in a quarreling in the family members. You also having a heart, other thinkers also having the heart. There is a love 100%, but we never understand the love. We never sense the love in between. But the way you have your thinking, you are behaving accordingly. So then what happens? The conflicts, rubbing, everything happens. That is the reason when you know how Muruli thinks, when I know how Rashmi ma'am thinks, then everything becomes sorted out, no? Why do you want to bring third person here who never know about your life story and you are getting ideas from them? One person might be accept it, another person will not accept it. Why? That person may be giving the instruction based on your brain thinking pattern, So you will be one party and I'm another party. So I got lost, but I am feeling that even I am also good. My intention was also excellent. But why are you people giving the treatment like this? Why these kind of judgments happens? So what happens? People will be unhappy in the life.
So I think today, like how previously there was astrology to look at compatibility, technology has come so ahead that we have this fingerprint analysis to understand patterns, human behaviors, right? So
Yes.
yeah, we just, I mean, I got my fingerprint analysis done, and here is the report, and I was surprised to see multiple levels in which the analysis is made. Just to quote an example, there is a sheet here which has analysis of how my left and right brain functions. There's a percentage with right frontal lobe, right parietal lobe, so different parts of the right and the left brain, the lobe wise there is a divide here. I think each side we have about 5, right? 5
Yes.
lobes. So likewise there is one more report which talks about multiple intelligence level that all the humans come with. So here I think there are 8 types of intelligence level which we are going to touch upon as to what each intelligence levels mean and how do I know what I am good at. And at the same time, brain dominance, whether am I left or right brain. So here, as per the report, I am right brain dominated 51.2%, and the left brain is 48%. And it can also read my favorite hobbies as per my personality trait. What actually struck a chord with me was here music is the highest score, which has 12%, and which I can definitely vouch for it because 16 years I've spent time learning music. I'm a singer. I think this is a testimony. And here again, it gives a report of how I can increase my IQ. There are 5 modalities here again: comparison, listening, practicalities, ideas, actions. Through which of the action do I learn better? Do I increase my IQ? Is what the report says. This is really interesting. It also kind of cracks where I kind of get my happiness from. So there are again 3 sectors here: analytical, interactive, and introspective. So it's a 37 page report, which I think now I would like to dissect few, keeping our audience perspective. So once I come to you with the fingerprint scan, so this is a report that this is, I think you hardly took what, 5 to 10 minutes to generate this, and later you gave a individual session explaining what each of it meant. So firstly, I think I would like to start with left and right brain.
Yes.
So
So basically, right brain dominant people always like to give the love to others. At the same time, they always expect the love from others. This is a natural nature of the right brain. If you go to the Google, you get a n number of answers for the right brain. So in unique truth, what we do, what world say, we don't say that. It is already available somewhere. So why do you supposed to come to us and get the service with us? So that is the reason we tell something, our own research points, what we given to our clients. The right brain people are highly creative, emotional. These are the common traits when you Google it and you get it. But here we are telling how to add value to individual's life. So
like
this person is seeking the love from the childhood, from the parents or from the siblings. If the love is not given to this brain, this brain forget to give the love to others.
oh, if love is not given to them, obviously there is nothing inside, so nothing
Exactly.
comes out as well.
Exactly.
So
So
how do
when
you come at how do you arrive at all these derivations?
that is what I have analyzed all of your 10 fingerprints and I could able to come with this output.
So how did you come up with the whole syllabus? Because this
This
unique
is what the
truth
research
is.
we have gone through of 12 years. I can say everything by looking at the fingerprint itself, but still when I give you some document like this and explaining it, briefing it, and what I have communicated, I can record and give it to you also, so that you will never miss out any points. So basically, when you get to know all this data, your brain naturally uses its own power to erase all the myths, confusions, and it can overcome from the dual thoughts. and the self doubts.
Hmm.
Because this was your original data. Your version was like this when you born as a baby, the day one. With grown up patterns, everything messed up. You have forgotten everything. People also never knew about you. You are never knew how to express about yourself. Then what happens? The brain cultivated all the uncomfortable moments from the childhood to till today. That is the reason human beings' height is also reducing, the power is also reducing, because brain is living with lots of confusions. It is not using its own power. If you go back to 100 year, 500 year, 1000 year, so the common man has built the temples. The common man, with some of the animal support, they have built the big temples. They had that power. Today what we have, we cannot lift 50 kg of the bag of anything materials. You cannot lift it. If you are practicing it, still you can come back to the original nature. Few people will lift the weight of 300 kg, 400 kg. They have practiced it. You have that power, but you are not doing it.
But that's in the name of evolution that you're saying we have taken the wrong turn.
Exactly. You have to come back to your original natures by knowing yourself. Then everything become easy in the life. Everything you get it in the nature itself, but you don't know what you want.
So when you did your research, like for 12 years, I think you got your doctorate also.
Yeah,
also
honorary
done.
doctorate.
Honorary doctorate. So you, how many cases, study samples did you take to arrive at this data, that unique truth that you've
It
come up
is
with?
crashed 5600 plus. So when we do the sessions, it is one-on-one. In the one-on-one sessions, we don't speak anything in generic. That is our USP, and we will not ask any single question to any one of our client. And one of another USP, we never listen to the people pain, because the brain is went to the mode of unable to understand what are the pains I am living in my life. So we will tell that what is the root cause for it. Where exactly you are struggling in your life? What is the suffering mode you are already reached?
Mm-hmm.
So everything we will put across, and we will start giving the solution for everything.
Mm-hmm.
And results you can see in the next day itself. You need not to practice 7 days, 14 days, 21 days, 45 days, 90 days. So these are the research told by the experts by practicing wrong methods.
So here it's all about like realizing who you are and just switching to that gear and then living.
Living.
So wherein the results are immediate, you're saying.
Exactly.
Example? Can you give me an example?
For example, when we go and see your dominant intelligence, the one is musical intelligence. You had lots of love in the childhood itself. You are seeking outside. You would not be waiting somebody supposed to give you the love. You are already had it, but you never knew it. So now you got the clarity, you are already having a love. Because it's a universal truth. The people who have the heart, they have the love. If you refer the books, what happens? The person who struggles and suffers in the life, there is lack of self-love. It is all cooked up story, we are listening. Your heart is pumping the blood. Do you agree with and believe it?
Mm-hmm.
So it is represents the love. It is functioning properly means there is a love. Start feeling it. Start experiencing it. That is the reason you need to spend time within self first. Then you will be able to glance that do I have something or not. So world is seeking the love. You are also started seeking the love.
So here I think now we'll have to help people understand the different types of intelligence that your analysis speaks of. There is bodily intelligence, logical.
I'll come to this. Before this part, let me talk about the left brain, so that topic will be covered.
Mm-hmm.
So left brain people, they really don't expect the love from the outside, and they don't know how to give the love to the outside world.
Say
So
that
what
again.
happens?
So they don't know how to
Take
receive
it.
love.
They don't know how to give it, because they are highly practical people. Highly practical means what is there to give love? You are my wife. You are my child. What is there to express? This is how people speak with the family members. The opposite person would be the right brain person. They go mad. Hey man, I loved you, When we were loving each other, everything was so expressing. After few years, there is no expressing. What is the point in love here? There are many clashes happens.
So why is that somebody when in love, even the left brain person is able to express love then, and later why is that they become very logical, or I don't know.
You people and all made hundreds and thousands of movies, no? They started seeing all those things. They felt that when we are going to the love, we should express our love.
So they're faking it.
We cannot say it's a fake. They have seen it. They never loved anybody. When they are loving somebody, they started expressing it. Because the directors and the movies, heroes, heroines did it. They have saw it. That's the reason they are doing it.
So they saw it in the films and that became a yardstick, and that's how they thought, okay, this is how one should be. But later, what
Later
changes?
on, okay, they started seeing the life. They have understand what is my wife is, what is my lover is. Over a period, okay, it is done. In most of the movies, you all show that there is no happy ending in terms of being a good relationship. One or the other things happens, messing things happens. See, kindly understand it is a very biggest unhealthy things happening in people life. Brain, whatever it takes, no, it believes. My life is also like this.
So how can I train my brain to take only the right things? And
That is where the wisdom supposed to come in life.
wisdom as an explain.
For example, now there are audience sitting in my class. Every Thursday evening 8 to 9 we do the training program for all our clients who love to know more knowledge. They comments it. So just they are watching me. They have all the options to unmute, speak their experiences. Everything is there. But how the brain thinks? The brain is thinking that it is a movie. You cannot access the TV. You cannot access the Rapid Rashmi or Muruli when they are watching our video. It is just one side communication. Brain is also felt like that. That's the reason what I do to my clients, break the barrier. It's not a movie. It's not a serial.
Interactive session. No?
Yeah, it's an interactive session. You should give a command to the brain, then brain naturally works. So that is how people will open up their natures. So then what happens? Naturally, they starting using their actual strengths. So that is what we can break the ice. So or else they will start living in that old pattern where they were watching the movies or the serials, and they also believe in the same thing. They don't take any actions in life. While listening to this podcast, wow, super fantastic. After this watching, same husband, same child, no changes, nothing at all.
So you need to give the command to the brain.
Yeah, you have to educate your brain.
How to do that?
That is what. It is not a movie, man. It's an interactive session. You need to interact with Muruli. So you are sitting here not to listen to him or just watch to him. You are adding something to your life. You must ask things and get things.
And apply.
Apply. When you are asking itself, you will start applying because your brain got that it is not something, story. It is a realistic thing is happening in your life. This is where brain go confusions. That is what from the childhood till today we have watched lots of screen, movies, serials, and we are behaving like that. You should command to your brain, hey man, what are you doing it? So we are sitting here for the English version. If I am not giving my command to my brain, it brings Kannada in between or whatever the language I am good at. So when you say command to the brain, hey man, Murali, it's an English version. Start communicating in English. Then it naturally produces all the best out of best inputs to speak. This is how very easy, ma'am. But we have lost ourselves with the world's philosophy and with the world standards. It is not that. That is the reason we all are facing problems.
What are the world philosophies and standards that people are blindly buying and should stop doing so and know their own unique truth?
Basically, the first thing when we are from the childhood till today, Papa Mama usually fights. Papa Mama means they are there to fight only. Whenever we ask, they always say no only.
One is they're always there to fight. Secondly,
They always say no.
Okay.
Whatever they love to do, they don't allow me to do all the time. I'm talking in all the right senses, okay? I'm talking in the all right senses. Then young generation parents might be thinking that, oh, my child will like to play phone games using lots of reels. Should I allow the child to do all those things? No, this is not the right thing. This is all something already wrong things. The right thing means what child like to play something. Child like to go out and spend time with the neighbors' houses. You had stopped everything. Hey, don't go outside. Child thinks, why I should not go outside?
So,
Mother, father having a different natures, maybe the fears, insecurities, they'll start putting into the child's brain. So ultimately, every child grown up, around 95% of the population grown up in the childhood to till the adolescence age, saying that people don't accept me, don't tell parents or people don't obey me what I love to do. That is the reason if you go with the calculations, strategies, only 5% of the people are successful people in the world.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
because of all the upbringing issues,
yes.
not identifying your strength,
Exactly.
and all the wrong conditioning,
Yes.
which is only curtailing them and not helping them flourish.
Yes. That will be useful when parents are doing all these things to some extent. Mostly everything works till 12 years. After that, everything go opposite to the parents' nature. Because
of
the logical thinking
thinking
develops from the
comes.
12th year onwards. Then
Teenage.
parents go mad, kind, oh, my child is never listening to me. How much love we have given, how much facilities we have given, but my child is not listening to me. Oh, this is the natural nature of the brain. It works with every child. Kindly understand it.
Logical
Child is
reasoning
not
begins.
wrong. Child is not disrespecting. Child wants to do. Child wants to survive with its own.
Brain.
Child wants to win by using its own strengths, but we are not understanding it. We will blame them, complain them, punish them, scold them, talk about themselves with some others, friends, relatives. She is like this, he is like this.
Comparison.
Then what happens? Child thinks that my parents are something always opposite to me.
This episode's dessert partner is Polar Bear. Polar Bear, the ice cream Sunday zone. Polar Bear is now present in 160 outlets, 30 cities, and in 5 states. If you're a vegetarian, that too 100% vegetarian, Polar Bear is for you. The menu has 40 plus ice cream sundaes, and all the ice creams are made from pure milk. What are you waiting for? Visit and keep sharing the Sunday love.
Fingerprints of the sports people, everybody are multitaskers. That is the reason they are always running, walking, standing in the games. Their brain supports to be very active all the time. What is your actual nature which yield the results is your strength.
What's the weakness?
There is no weakness in the dictionary. We have created as a weakness. How your brain able to learn something, implement and share the experience is called intelligence. And this intelligence will categorize in 8 intelligences, which is interpersonal is the first one. How you connect people and understand the people's psychology. What is the tips, Muruli, for the people who have very less kinesthetic intelligences? They need to invest max to max 20 to 30 minutes for the body, or else the whole day productivity get gone. If you go and ask any experts who are talking about the health, the diet, all these things, they 100% ask everybody to invest 1 hour of time for their body.
And also they say our conscious is connected to the super conscious, so all the data is pretty much common.
That is not for everybody, for your information. That is for you. Because you have the intra. Your intrapersonal is I know. You will naturally connect to the something what you want to experience.